Okay, so first of all, good afternoon, everyone. I really wish I was seeing you in person. I'd like to welcome you to the FEO 2021 Virtual Summit on this Wednesday afternoon. And I am Louise Jackson, and I am a director on the FEO board, and I work festivals and events. I do media and PR through my own company called Louise Jackson Media. So I'm very excited to be here with all of you today. And I have a passion for magic, so this is very exciting for me. Before I introduce our speaker, we do want to make sure we encourage you to participate in the event by a chat window. We will hold all the questions until we are done. Has everybody muted their mics? If everyone could just mute their mics, I'm getting some feedback of my voice, which that's better. Although I like the sound of my own voice, not in an echo. Anyhow, I'm very excited today to introduce our magician, Mega Mike's Magic, Mike DeRusso, showcasing his talents for the next 45 minutes. And so welcome, Mike. We are so glad you're back with us, sharing your talents, and we're really excited to see it. I feel, you know, COVID is starting to set in, and we're all getting a little punchy. So I think having an afternoon of magic will certainly lift our spirits. So I will pass it over to you.
Well, thank you so much, and it's so nice to be here today. Welcome everybody to today's show. Now, because this is an interactive show, we're going to go through a couple things. This is really important. Right now, I see a bunch of people on my screen. I'm going to need everybody to turn their cameras on. I will be choosing lots of you throughout this show, so I do need to be able to see you. So just go ahead and let's make sure you turn your camera on throughout this performance. You can keep your microphones muted unless I ask you to volunteer, then you'll go ahead and unmute your microphone for this. Number two, as you're turning all of your cameras on so I can see you, welcome guys. Hello, Landon, and I'm seeing Carly and Jay is there. Kyle, thank you so much. I'm also going to ask to scroll over my screen right now. Where you see me talking, there's going to be two little things at the top right corner. One of them says mute, and the other one should say, or should have 3 dots. Go ahead and click. And you're going to pin me. Hit the word pin. This way, everybody should be able to see me. And let's again make sure you are muted. On my end. So if you're not muted, just go ahead and hit the mute button. Great. So as I see, we still have a bunch of people coming in here, I'm seeing, but let's again go ahead and turn on your cameras for this if you are joining us for the show, and we're going to be getting started right about now. So my name, like I said, it's Mike DeRusso. I've been doing magic at many different festivals across Ontario, across Canada, and the US. In fact, I was even in China, the city where the coronavirus started. I was in Wuhan doing big festival shows there years ago, which was an amazing experience while I was there. But so this is interesting because I never thought in a million years that I'd actually be doing magic through Zoom like this. So this is going to be fun. This is going to be a cool experience right in your own home. But let's do a little bit of a warm up right now with each and every single one of you. I want everyone to try this out. Put your arms out in front of you and you're going to follow me. This is how magicians like to get warmed up. So arms out in front of you. I can see all of you with your camera on. Try this out. Wiggle your fingers just like that. You got it. Now go with me. Follow me. Put your thumbs down so your thumbs are pointing to the ground. You got it. Take one arm, your right arm, put it over your left arm, lock your fingers together nice and tight, just like that. You guys got it. Good, good. Don't let go. Now, let's try this. Wiggle your 2 pinky fingers. No other fingers move, just your 2 pinkies. This is like sleight of hand. I see some of you are moving all of your fingers. Here, try this. Your 2 pointer fingers, just the 2 pointer ones, like that. You got it. Now, here's the hard part. Don't let go. Keep them tight. Go like this. Go bzzz. Thumbs up. Don't let go. Well, now that we're warmed up, we're ready to start the show today. And I am seeing a few people on my screen, so I'm going to actually ask Carly. I'm seeing a Carly H. How are you, Carly? Go ahead and unmute your microphone for us. You're going to be starting us off on today's performance. Yeah, there we go. Hi, Carly, how are you? Or is that someone else in I'm seeing it's Carly Heckinson, or yes, go ahead, unmute your microphone for us. It should be at the bottom left of your screen. There should be an unmute button. How are you? Good. Okay, can anyone hear? I cannot hear you, unfortunately, but say a few things. Can you hear us? No? Okay. Sorry, Carly, I'm gonna have to, we'll pick someone else because I couldn't hear a word you were saying there. Let's try this with Laura. I'm seeing a Laura M.
Hello.
There we go. Now I can hear you perfectly, Laura. How are you doing today?
I'm good. How are you?
Fantastic. Laura, you're going to be starting us off on today's virtual show. Now, I know a lot of us have been stuck at home, so I want you to imagine this. Right now, you can go, Laura, anywhere in the world. Imagine that. It could be a city, maybe a country you've always wanted to visit, a place, anywhere. Don't make it obvious. A lot of people nowadays tell me they want to go to like Hawaii, Florida. I get this all the time, but really, it's up to you. If you could go anywhere in the world, where would you want to go, Laura?
Am I saying it out loud?
All of us, yes.
Okay. Norway.
Norway. Wow, okay. That's very random. So we'll be going to Norway to start things off here. And then I'm also seeing a Jake. Is it Jake? Jake Rice? Insert? Yes. How are you?
Good. How are you?
Fantastic. Thank you. You're going to be telling us now, when we think of Norway, different words may come to our mind. For example, when I think of Norway, I think of like winter sports. I think of athletes. These are just some of the words, but I want you to be creative. Give me one word you would associate with Norway.
Herring.
Sorry, say that again.
Herring.
Heron?
Like the fish. Yeah.
Oh, like the fish. Heron. Okay,
Herring.
so Norway and heron. This is very, very interesting and very, very random. So something they used to do, and this was like a social experiment that they used to do in the 1930s. And sorry, give me a... Sorry guys, can you hear me now? Perfect. So what they would do, it was a social experiment, and they would use these. They were ESP cards or Zenon cards, and they had different shapes on them. This one was kind of like waves. On this one, some people may say it's a circle or a sun. We also have a picture of a plus sign, and on every card, there would be a picture of something different. So what they would do is they would take these two different people, like we are now in different places in the world, and they would try and get them to play this game with each other where you would have to guess. So let's start right now with Louise. Louise, you're going to be telling us, where would you like to put the first card? Over which symbol?
I would like to put that over the green one on your right.
On the right, so the star.
The star, yeah, sorry, my screen just came back. Perfect.
There we go. Let me ask you, do you want me to show it to you now or later? Please say now.
Now.
Good, because you know why? You got it. A perfect match on both of them, yes? But this is a 1 in 5 chance, so let's keep this going here. We'll mix them up again. Louise, give me another one. Where do you want to see that one go?
The plus sign.
The plus sign in the middle. Ugh. Do you want to change it?
The circle.
Oh, you do want, wow, no one ever changes it. So we'll put it over here in the circle. Good, let's go back to Laura. Laura, where do you want to see that one go?
On the waves, please.
All the way over here on the waves. I'll give you another one. Where is that one going, Laura?
I'll take this star.
Over here, back to the beginning. And then Laura, one more for you. Where is that going?
I'll do the plus sign, please.
Plus sign over here. And last but not least, I'm going to get, it was a Jake. Jake, I'll let you put this one on the square, or you can mess up somebody else's move. Jake, what would you like to do?
Let's switch that one for the one on the wave.
The waves? Wow, interesting. And you want to put this one over here on the square. Do you want to move any of the other ones, or are you happy with where they are?
I'm happy with that.
Well, look at this, guys. We're in different places right now. You told me where to put it. I put it exactly where you told me. Let's see how you did at home. Well, you did amazing on the stars. You did perfect on the square. Amazing on the plus. Ladies and gentlemen, at home, you did it. A perfect match for all of them. What? And the crowd goes wild. Yes. What?
That is wild.
It doesn't end there. You see, before we even started today's show, I made a prediction, a premonition about this moment right now, and it's been in full view the entire time. I haven't touched it. Inside this envelope, I also put something extremely important there. Look at this. I'm going to do this very slow so you can see what I put. Look at that, Jake. Herring. And listen, out of all the places in the world where I'd want to have some herring right now, I'm telling you, there wouldn't be any better place other than Norway.
Wow.
And the crowd goes wild. Yes. So like I said, my friends, today we are going to be messing around with all of your heads, and throughout the show I am going to be picking lots of you to help me out. So again, if your camera is off, now is the time to turn it on. I do see a lot of people with their cameras off, so let's go ahead and turn those on. Let's get Kira. Kira, how are you? I'm seeing in a pink shirt. Kira.
I'm good. How are you?
Fantastic, thank you. We're going to be moving on right now, but I'm going to try something with you, Kira. And the way this is going to work, it's simple. I want you to imagine this like an invisible deck of cards. Now, it's not real, Kira. What I want you to do is you want to throw them to you, catch them. Amazing. And what you're going to do is shuffle them up so all the cards in that invisible deck are mixed up. Go for it, Kira. No. Take them out of the box first. Yeah, you got it. And then lay the cards out in front of you so you can see all the cards in the entire deck. Lay them out in front of you so you can see all of them. You got it? Take one card out. Kira, it doesn't matter which one it is. Keep it random. Think of one in your mind. Take that card and turn it upside down. Put it back in the pile so your card is the only upside down card. Got it?
Okay. Yep.
Maybe put them together again. Shuffle it up one more time. I promise you, Kira, this is really going somewhere. What I got here is a box. Go like this through your screen. Go whoosh, throw the cards into the box for me. Go for it. Nice. Kira, this is crazy. I'm not going to even touch these cards. We're going to keep them right here. Kira, I got you to think of a card in your mind. You could have picked any card, but you mentally thought of one, correct?
Yes.
Say it out loud. Tell all of us here at the FEO Summit, what card is in your head? Which one were you thinking of?
I picked the 6 of Hearts.
Interesting, the 6 of Hearts. Do you want to change it?
Do I? I don't think I do.
No. The reason I say this is too crazy. I didn't even touch these cards. They've been sitting here the whole time. Believe it or not, Kira, there is one card only that's upside down in this entire deck. Not only that, Kira, I put it right at the very bottom, the very last card. I'm going to do this very slow so you don't think I'm cheating or flipping a card. It's not what I'm about to do. You see this? Right at the very bottom of the deck. There was only one card that was upside down. Tell me something, Kira. Did it look like that one? Whoa!
The crowd goes wild.
That was awesome. But you know, my friends sitting at home, I know a lot of you are obviously going to be skeptical right now, and I know what you're thinking. You're thinking, maybe this was a lucky guess, or maybe everybody thinks of the 6 of Hearts. I'm going to actually, this is the one part of the show, I'm going to tell you how I did this. Now, Kira, first I got to ask you a question. Why did you pick the 6 of hearts?
Well, 16 is my favorite number, but there's no 16, so I just went with 6.
That's
And
so random. Okay,
it was
so
just random, yeah.
what if I told you I made you pick that card? I mean, maybe it was a coincidence with the 16, but I actually made you pick that card. And I'm going to show you how I did this. I know some of you are like, no way. I kept saying this. I kept saying there's 52 cards. It doesn't matter. In this invisible deck, think of one card. Doesn't matter which one. Keep it random. Think of one now. Did you see what I did?
You were
I'm
60 me.
6 fingers the whole time. What do? You pick the number I want you to pick. It's psychological, it's subliminal, but it works. And then I kept touching my heart. I don't know if you saw me. I kept saying, you know, any card you want, really, just think of one. And you pick the 6 of hearts. It's crazy, but it works. So let's try this now with, I'm seeing an Aaron G. Gibson. Go ahead, unmute your microphone. How are you?
Good, thank you. How are you?
Good, good. You seem scared, so I had to pick on you for this. I want to try this with you now. Aaron, I want you to try and fool me at my own game. I want you to think of a card that most people would never think of. Not that one. See, she doesn't even want to look at me now. You're like looking the other way. Just think of one random card. It doesn't matter. Think of one now. You got it?
Yeah.
No, that one's too easy. Change it. Pick another one.
All right.
You got a new one?
Yeah.
Good. I made one other prediction. Say it out loud. What card is in your head? Which one are you thinking of?
The 4 of clubs.
4 of clubs. That's the second most commonly picked card. I don't know why, but a lot of people will think of a club because they think no one would pick it, and they usually pick a 4 or a 5. I'll let you change it if you want. It's up to you.
Let's go with the 4 of spades.
That's the third most commonly picked card. 4 of spades. Is that your final answer?
Yes.
For me to get it right once, that's cool. But for me to get it right twice in a row, it's messed up. Really, think of the odds here. 4 of spades. I'm going to do this very slow so you don't think I'm cheating or flipping a card. It's not what I'm about to do. There is actually one card right there in the middle of the deck that was upside down. Tell me something. Did it look anything like that one, Aaron? What? Thank you. Thank you so much for helping me. Appreciate that. So like I said, my friends, today I am going to be messing around with all of you, and we are going to be asking people to help out throughout the show. But I got to say this. I became interested and fascinated in magic a very long time ago. I was inspired by magicians like David Copperfield, which many of you probably know, and there was always one trick that he would do. It was a close-up magic trick with a deck of cards, and this is what inspired me to become an illusionist, and I actually want to share it with you guys now. I think this would be really neat. It's one of my favorites. So check this out. We're only going to use a few cards. The most important cards are going to be the 4 aces, the ace of hearts, the ace of clubs, the ace of diamonds, and the ace of spades. So at all times, keep your eyes on these cards. We're going to keep them right there. The rest of the cards we're going to put into piles of 3. Now I'm seeing an Andrea M. Andrea M, go ahead, unmute your microphone. How's it going?
It's going well.
Amazing. Check this out. Some cards are going to go facing up. Some are going to go upside down. Some are going to go face up. So I have some that are up, some that are down. The aces, now this is important. They're going to go upside down. And last but not least, these cards are going to go face up. So Andrea, if I turn the cards over like that, are the aces now facing up or down?
Up.
That's right. You're like, yes, I got the magician. That wasn't the trick, Andrea. Don't be impressed yet. The reason I did that is because we're going to put 3 cards to each of these aces. Like this. 1, 2, 3. And you have an important job. Andrea, I'm going to take the ace of spades and the 3 cards, and we're going to keep them right here underneath this little stand. Make sure I don't touch them or do anything tricky to them, because I can. Check this out. Ace of hearts. And 1, 2, 3 cards. I'm going to turn this card over right in front of your eyes here. Watch close. The ace of hearts. What I'm going to do, I'm going to put it here, but I'm going to make that ace. I'm going to make that ace disappear just by waving my hand over it. I'm going to make it disappear, shoot it invisibly through the air to underneath this stand, and I'm going to put another card where that ace of hearts was. You ready for this, Andrea? Don't blink or you might miss it. Here we go. 1, 2. Did you see that? Did you see something?
I didn't see anything.
Well, you should have, because if you now look, that ace of hearts, bam, is gone. Just like that. Guys, notice my sleeves are rolled up. I'm not hiding cards in my arms or something crazy like that. This only gets more confusing. Now we got the ace of diamonds and 1, 2, 3 cards. This time I'm going to do it a little bit differently though. This time the ace of diamonds is going to be the only card facing up in the face down pile, so you can't mistake it. Keep your eye on that ace. Here we go. Did you see that? Did you see something there, Andrea?
Just your hand snapping.
No, I haven't done anything yet. It's still there. Watch this. All I do is I push the ace in like this. Give it a snap, and it just turned upside down. 1, 2, 3, 4. And believe it or not, it really does disappear. Just like that. Am I going too fast for you? Or all right, this is it. It's your last and final chance to catch me. The almighty, the ace of clubs, and 1, 2, 3 cards. This time a little bit different. 1 card is going to go upside down. 1 card is going to go face up. 1 card is going to go upside down. The ace of clubs is going to go face up on top. Don't take your eye off that ace, everybody. This is your last chance to catch me. Everybody wave bye-bye. And that's 1. That's 2. That's 3. That's 4. Gone. Just like that. Now, Andrea, my friend, you have been watching this stand the whole time. Is there any way I could have touched it?
No.
No, I'm sure somebody, one of you would have caught me. In fact, if you look underneath this stand, check it out. We got the ace of diamonds. We got the ace of clubs, the ace of hearts, and the ace of spades. Whoa! Thank you guys! Wow, amazing. Way to go, Mike. Yes. So before we go any further, right after today's show, I'll be hanging out for a few minutes. We'll be talking a little bit about how I kind of got into virtual shows and how you can bring virtual shows to your event, whatever it may be. I've actually had the opportunity now to do virtual shows literally for people all over the world, which has been really cool. Something, I guess, something good that's come out of this pandemic. But I would like to try something right now, something a little bit different. I'm going to actually ask, let's bring in somebody that hasn't helped yet. I'm seeing a, somebody we have a, is it Lori Albanese? How are you? If you don't mind, go ahead, unmute your microphone. How's it going?
Good. How you doing, Mike?
Hey, excellent. Thanks so much. I'm going to ask you, Lori, if you have, do you have your phone with you right now?
I do.
Perfect. If you don't mind doing something for all of us, I want you to go to Google right now, and I want you to Google something for us, Lori. Go ahead and just, or you can ask Google, how many articles, so how many articles are there on Wikipedia? How many articles are there on Wikipedia? And it's going to bring up a list of things, but I'm looking for a live count. I believe it's actually the first or second website. It's called wikicount.net. Do you see that?
No, but I've got the number of articles. Do you want me to tell you what it says?
I want you to get me the live count. So go to the website, wikicount.net.
Wiki count.
Yeah, do you see it there?
I do.
Perfect. Click that and tell us. Does it say, last time I checked, Lori, there was about 5.9 million English articles, but it changes every day as articles are added. So what are you seeing there?
Okay, 6,241,604.
Wow, so about 6.2 million. Perfect. And does it also say the average number of words in each article there?
Yes.
How many?
1,214.
Check this out for a second. So look at me. I'm going to do this on my calculator here. So you said it was about 6.2 million times. So how much was it again? How many average words?
1,214.
1,214, right?
Right.
1,214 equals, that's about 7.5 billion words on Wikipedia. That's so many words, Lori, that if you were to write a book, it would actually reach all the way from Earth to the moon. No, I just made that up. I'm not sure. Lori, what I want you to do is visit Wikipedia. Where it says visit Wikipedia, click that. And look at me for a second. I want you to think of one word that you could search right now. Any one word that you would search. So click the magnifying glass or the search and type it in, whatever it may be, okay? Keep it random. Remember, you said 6.2 million articles. So type one thing in, and then once you've done that, it should bring up the article on Wikipedia. Scroll through the article, and I want you to look at only one word, but make it a difficult word. Make it more than 6 or 7 letters, like one of the longer ones. Let me know once you have one.
Okay.
Good, and put your phone down now. Lori, I am gonna try and read your mind through the screen right now, okay? This is crazy, but check this out. I'm gonna try and read your mind here. I want you to think of the first letter of the word. Just think of the first letter. Keep saying it over and over in your mind right now. Sounds good? Here we go. Got it. Say it out loud. What was the first letter you were thinking of?
R.
R? No, I mean like of the article that you searched.
Oh, the article. Okay.
Yes.
P.
What was it?
P.
The letter P. Oh, this is good. Lori, we're on the same page now. I also wrote down one letter, the letter P. Yes, but let's keep this going. I'm going to think of the word. We'll start with the word of the article that you were searching, okay? Just keep saying the whole word over and over in your mind. Okay. Remember, 6.2 roughly million articles. You thought of just one random article. Lori, for the first time, say it out loud. Tell all of us here, what is the word you were thinking of the article?
Planet.
Planet?
Planet.
Oh, this is weird because I also wrote down one word.
Oh my God.
The word planet, yes. Hold on. Then I got you, Lori, to just scroll through. I got you to scroll through the article and just look at one word. You didn't touch it. You didn't highlight it. You just looked at one, right?
Right.
Think of that word right now. We're going to try this with the word. There's billions of words on Wikipedia. Here we go. I wrote, again, this is impossible. You looked at one random article on Wikipedia. You looked at one word in that article. You didn't touch it. No one else but you knows what this word is right now. Correct, Lori? Say it out loud for the first time. What word was in your mind?
Recommended.
Recommended? This is weird. So the sentence was kind of like the planet recommended that there may be, I also wrote down one word.
Oh my.
Word recommended. And Lori, of course, you can search through. That is a regular Wikipedia article that you search there. You can look through it. And thank you so much for helping us out today. You were awesome, Lori. And
Thanks.
let's keep the show going right now. So before we actually move any further, does anybody want to ask me any questions? I think now might be a good time for a question or two, and then I'll continue on with the show, and then we'll keep it going with a couple more things that I want to try out today.
Well, we have a how, LOL.
How? Okay, yes. So how did I do it? Can you keep a secret?
Can we?
No.
No.
I forget about it.
People said
I
no.
was this
Yeah.
close to telling you also.
Yes.
So before I do want to try something a little bit different. Let's I'm gonna try and pull up. I know at the beginning of the show I'm gonna go to my next page, so I'm gonna see some different people here. Lisa G Grills. How are you, Lisa? There you go. You're all alone on this other page right now, so it'd only be right for me to ask you to help us out right now. How are you today, Lisa? Oh, sorry, I cannot hear you. Is your mic unmuted or? Okay, it looks unmuted, but I cannot hear a word you are saying. So I'm sorry for this. We'll get back to you. Let's see if, sorry about that. Let's also get, okay, I'm seeing Kyle. Kyle, you're gonna help us out. We got Kyle here today. Kyle, how's it going?
Good, how are you?
Fantastic. So Kyle, you're going to be helping us out right now. I'm going to try something a little bit different. This isn't an ordinary card trick, but I'm going to flip through the cards one at a time like this. At any time, you're just going to really just say stop at any time. Go for it.
Stop.
You want the top card or the bottom card, Kyle?
Bottom.
Okay, so that's going to be your card. Look at it. Memorize it. I'm going to get back to that a little bit later on in the show, okay? So what I'm going to do is I'm going to take, Kyle, I'm going to take your card and we're going to cut it so it goes somewhere in the middle of the deck. It doesn't really matter where, but somewhere in the middle. What I got here is a coin, 5 cents, and over here, a little piece of tissue paper. We're going to take this tissue and we're going to wrap the coin into it like that. Now, obviously, for those of you at home, you would know this. Every magician, every illusionist has a way in finding cards. That's easy. But Kyle, what I'm going to do is I'm going to find your way your card, I should say, in a very strange way. I'm going to use this coin, this piece of paper, and this pack of cards, and I'm going to find your card by setting my deck of cards on fire. Yes, I'm going to set my cards on fire, and hopefully I'm going to find your card. Now listen, it's going to go quick, so don't blink an eye. Here we go. 1, 2, 3 years ago, I have to tell you, I did this trick, Kyle, and it was no good. Here, no, I'll try one more. Watch the coin. It's going to go fast. Here we go. Look at this. It just burnt a hole through more than half my deck of cards. Yes? But even more amazingly, Kyle, the coin landed on top of only one card. Tell me something, Kyle. Bam, was that yours?
That is my card. 10 of
That's
diamonds.
nice. And the crowd erupts into a thunderous applause. Way to go, Mike. That was awesome. All right, so I got a couple more things, and then we're gonna head on over. And I see someone just popped up here, and Amanda Murray giving me a virtual clap. Thank you so much, Amanda. I hope you're doing well. I'm gonna try something, another bit of an illusion right now, but I want to try this with. Let's try Lisa again. Lisa, can we unmute your microphone? Lisa, does it work now? No, it's not working, but what you're gonna do, I'm gonna keep this simple. I'm gonna flip through the cards and give me a thumbs up when you want me to stop. Whenever you say stop, or whenever you give me a thumbs up, that's gonna be your card, okay? So let's keep this, just give me a thumbs up and that's when I'm gonna stop. Right there? Good, that's yours. Lisa the 9. My card is a little bit different though because it's not real. It's a white card. Watch this. I'm going to make your card disappear just by waving my hand over it. Don't blink or you're going to miss it. Here we go. 1, 2. That's weird. You know what I did? I know what happened, Lisa. It's because I can't hear you. But instead of waving my hand over your card, I think I waved my hand more here, and I just made my entire deck of cards. You see this? Every single card in the entire deck of cards has disappeared except for your card, the 9. Look, if I push your card in like that, snap my fingers, what? Even your card is gone. It's crazy. It's an illusion. It's not real. I mean, you never saw that card there. Nope. You never saw that one there. Nope. You never saw any of them there. They weren't really there. In fact, if I snap my fingers like this, check it out. Lisa, all the cards come back just like that. Whoa! Thank you guys. Thank you so much. All right. So I'm gonna I should say close the show right now. And I got to give a huge thank you to all the coordinators that helped put this on today. Debbie, Jay, Landon. Without them, this show wouldn't be possible, so nice big hand for them. Debbie, because you brought me in here today, it would only be right for me to ask you to help me with the trick right now. So Debbie, man, go ahead, unmute your microphone. How's it going?
It's going great. This show is amazing.
Oh, thank you so much. Debbie, I'm actually going to send you a quick text message now.
Okay.
If you don't mind, once you receive it, it has a link. I want you to click on the link, and we're going to be trying something right now.
Okay.
Let me know once you've received that, and then once you click on the link, this is going to bring you to like a draw program. It's for the phone because we're not going to do this on the computer.
Do you want me to show it?
Yeah, sure, if you want. Oh, there we go. So it's a little picture of a little guy there. Now, Debbie, I'm going to ask you, this is going to be your blind date today. Okay?
I haven't had a date in so long, Mike. Thank you.
This is amazing then. So if
I come to a magic show and I get hooked up.
Well, let's imagine this can be maybe someone you've seen on TV. It could be a celebrity, someone in your favorite movie, TV show, singer, musician. I don't care who it is, but give us a name. If it could be anyone, who would you want to take this blind date with?
One of my favorite actors, Sidney Poitier.
Sidney Poitier?
Yeah.
Okay, so we'll Sydney. Okay, I'm
Okay,
not
I'm
sure who
older,
this is,
so
but-
Sidney Poitier is okay.
Okay, no, that's great. So what we're gonna do right now is we're gonna color in Sydney. So you'll see he's outlined in black, so I don't want you to use black, but what you're gonna do is click any of the different colors. Just click one of them with your finger. Once you click one of the different colors, let me know once you've done that.
Okay.
Just do it with your finger. That's all you have to do it with.
So repeat the instructions again. Click.
Just click at the bottom. There's
Yeah.
like different. There's blue, green, red. I think yellow. I don't remember all the colors, but just click one of the colors, not black.
Okay.
Because yeah, we're gonna be coloring him in, Sydney.
Okay. Yeah.
Let me know once you've done that.
I've clicked on it. Yep.
Okay, and then I want you to color in. You can use your finger. Just color in the shirt. Go ahead. Just color in the shirt for us. Stay between the lines as best as you can. And once you've done that, let me know. You're going to click a different color. Again, we're not going to be using black. And for anyone at home that's interested in this is just a draw program. The website, it's called quicksketch.co. Anyone can use it. It's pretty cool. You can upload different templates or whatever you want and just color. Let me know once you've colored in the shirt, Debbie.
It's as good as it's going to get.
That's perfect. Okay. Go ahead and I want you to pick a different color. So click on a different color for us.
Yeah.
Let me know once you've done that.
Done.
Okay, and then color in the hair. Yeah. It doesn't have to be perfect, but go ahead and color in the hair.
Okay. Okay.
Okay, click a different color. Any color you want.
Yeah.
Let's not use the same one. We'll keep them different all the time, of course. Once you get a different one, he's holding a balloon. Color in the balloon for us.
Okay.
Awesome. And as you can see, my friends, this wasn't set up. I would have chosen someone who would color faster. I'm playing with you. Once you've colored in the balloon, go ahead, click a different color for us, Debbie. And let me know once you've done that. And then once you have a different color, color in the shoes. Just scribble in the shoes. And FEO, I gotta say, out of all the audiences that I have ever had, you are the most recent.
Done?
Good. And are there any colors left? Go ahead, and I think there was maybe one more color. Go ahead and click that color for us, the final one.
Pants.
Well, the color. I don't know which one you have
Okay,
left.
yeah, got it. Yeah.
Okay, and color in, yeah, if you haven't colored in the pants, let's color in the pants. And
Okay.
then once you've colored in the pants, I want you to show it to everybody so all of us can see what you have here. And what I have here, my friends, I'm going to explain this. I also drew a little man, but let's see yours first.
Ready?
Let's see what you got. Oh, wow. Look at this. This is crazy. You gave Sydney blue hair.
I did.
Wearing a red top, looks like green pants with orange shoes, holding a yellow balloon. Amazing, Debbie. I also drew someone with me here today. This is my little Sydney, and he's on the back of every single card in the entire deck, okay?
Okay.
If Sydney had a favorite card, Debbie, what would it be? Keep it random. Which card would Sydney want?
The King of Clubs.
King of Clubs. Why did you pick the King?
I don't know. I just did.
Okay, that's fine. The King of Clubs. I'm going to get back to that in a second. We'll keep Sydney here. Debbie, this is crazy. I made one final prediction, a premonition about today's show, and it's been in full view the entire time. I haven't touched it. Ladies and gentlemen, inside this envelope, I also put something inside of there. I'm going to share it with you right now because look, Debbie, hold your picture so we can all see it. Good. Right in front of the camera. Look at this. Because my guy also had orange shoes, wearing green pants, with a red shirt, holding a yellow balloon, and you got it with blue hair, just like yours.
Wow.
Yes. But I also, check this out, I also gave my little guy a name. And I also named my little guy, check it out.
No way.
Yes. Crazy.
No way, man.
But then, hold on, Debbie, it doesn't end there. No, it doesn't. Then you told me Sydney had a favorite card. You told me it was the King of Clubs. What matters is the K for King and the shape of the club. I'm going to come right up to the camera so all of you can see my little man here. Check this out. Because my guy takes off his hat. He's reaching into his hat. And look, he pulls out a card. Not any card, but look at this. Debbie.
Oh my gosh.
Card, the King of Clubs. What? Amazing. Mind blown. Well, thank you so much, Debbie, for having me today, for helping me out with this. Ladies and gentlemen, thank you all at home for hanging out with me this afternoon and sharing in this virtual magic show. I hope you enjoyed it. I hope you guys had fun. And I guess now we will open up the floor. If anyone has any questions or anything that you'd like to ask or share, let's do that. I'd love to hear from you.
I'd like to start by asking you a question. You mentioned that you've done shows all over the world now during the pandemic. For all of us looking at planning and not knowing the future, what are some of the most fun shows you've participated in, and what are great ways for us to engage you and to engage our audience to join?
Yeah, so it's been very interesting. Like so far during this pandemic, I've done shows for a lot of corporate events, but literally people all across Canada, the US, England, China, Sri Lanka. So I think, you know, doing these virtual shows, it opens up the door to so much more now, you know, where we can have people from a global audience. And I think magic is one of those things where it's visual and it transcends borders. I mean, even if you don't speak the same language, you can understand what's happening if something disappears or so it's very interesting in that sense. But I think, you know, as an audience, I think it's great that we have this technology like Zoom where we can interact with each other this way and participate. This is so new to all of us, especially to me. Like I said at the beginning of this show, I would have never thought I'd be doing magic through Zoom. This is crazy. It's a crazy idea to me, but it kind of came, and luckily it's kept me busy during this time. And hopefully, you know, we'll get back to our live shows soon.
Yeah, well, I feel great. I feel a lot better than I did this morning. You really, really brightened up our day. So does anybody else have any questions? We've got to have questions other than how did we do it? Is there an opportunity virtual shows gave you that you might not be able to do with in-person shows?
Wow, that's a good question. So a lot of what I've done here today, it's very new to me. I mean, when I do a live show, I have an audience with me. I have people present. There's people coming up on stage. I can physically give them things. I can get them to sign things. So when it came to switching over on the virtual side of things, I looked at my show and I'm like, I don't think I can do anything from my live show in a virtual show. It's so different because without having a physical person with me, how do I get someone to autograph a bill? Or how do I make someone disappear if they're not with me? Or how do I make something float if they can't do? So it was just such a new concept to me that I had to come up with all of these things that I could do without actually physically having someone here with me. So that kind of made me kind of step outside my comfort zone and think outside of the box and, come up with ideas of how can you make this work. So I'm in a sense, I think I could see, for any performer or anyone in entertainment, I mean, even once we do get back to live shows, I think virtual shows will still stick around for a while. And, I think it's a nice way to break up a day, or if you're having a meeting with the company, it's a nice change of pace, I guess you can say.
Yeah, and I like the inclusive part of it. There's
sure.
a very, and it's personal because you get to know everybody's names.
Well, it's as if you're here, right? We're talking.
Yeah.
I can see you. Yeah, exactly.
So we have a question here from Rosemary. How does close-up magic translate to a large crowd when we can have them again? How does everyone see the magic?
Is this when we're doing in-person events?
Yes.
Yeah, so I mean, close-up magic has always been something I've always done, and I love doing close-up magic. It's actually what got me started in magic. Stuff with cards, coins, money. Close-up magic really is what fascinated me. It's what inspired me to become a magician. And usually what I would do is I would walk around doing similar to like a busker. You would walk around doing close-up magic and gather groups of people at a time, and then move on to the next group. And this would be a nice icebreaker. It would be a nice way for me to get people excited for the main event. A lot of festivals and fairs and places have always asked me to come in and do close-up strolling magic before actual stage shows. So I just think it's a nice way to kind of, it's personal, it's more interactive, and it gets people excited for the main event.
We believe in magic.
Yes.
And we have a question from Vic. Which virtual platform have you found the most success for your shows for being so interactive?
I think Zoom is by far number one for what I do. As a magician, as an entertainer, it allows us to do exactly what we need to do. I can interact with people, we can have conversations, we can see everyone. So by far, I think Zoom is number one. I've also used other platforms like Google Meets, Microsoft Teams, Remo, but none of them are as good, I don't find. I find Zoom really is a leader in this industry. So that would be my personal recommendation, but I'm, again, saying this from a show perspective.
Well, for us in the event industry who book shows, that's very valuable feedback. So thank you.
Yes.
We have a question from Anne. Did you find the virtual element allows you to have the audience up close and personal that can be missing when the audience is far away?
Yeah, so that's an interesting question because I've literally done shows in major theaters, big casinos for up to 10,000 people. And people always say, well, how do you connect with everyone? So, I mean, I've been doing this professionally now for 17 years. And I always find, you have to make that connection. That's kind of what I've done my whole life. Doesn't matter how many people are in the audience. As a good entertainer, you should be able to build a connection no matter how many people are there. So that being said, I think Zoom, being in your own house, being able to interact with me through the computer, I think this is also, it adds a very nice personal touch, maybe even more so than a live show. If you really want my honest opinion, I don't think this will ever replace live entertainment. I think, this is a nice break. It gives us something to do during this time, but I don't think this is going to be around I don't think it will ever be as good as, you know, going to a concert or going to an actual sporting event. You know, that's where you feed off the energy in the audience, and that's, you know, half of it right there. So this is great and all, but again, it's personal. I don't think this is the solution forever. I think it's nice for the time being.
Well, we miss people, but you did a really great job of captivating us and making you feel connected to you. So your experience shone through in that. So thank you. Amanda, what is your favorite trick or illusion to do now with virtual shows?
Oh, wow. You know what? That's a great question. I'm actually working on a few different things now. And I think this whole virtual thing has allowed me to really kind of think of different ideas that I've never done. And maybe once we get back to live shows, I can incorporate some of this stuff into the live show. I think would be a cool twist. But right now we're working on a new effect. I don't want to give too much away, but it's basically where we call a stranger and they participate in some way or another in a magical way. So this is something I'm working on now. I'm playing around with these ideas similar to like what we did with Lori today with the Wikipedia one. I think that's pretty cool. I love doing especially mind reading and mentalism during this kind of stuff, because I think that really creates a connection, and it really does, to me, I think, have the wow factor. So I can't say I have a favorite one, but I think what you've seen today is kind of what I'm enjoying doing in my virtual shows.
And I can imagine you've spent a lot of hours practicing getting prepared for this whole new element. So
yes,
we know that it takes practice to be mega magic. Okay, so next question is from Jacqueline. How has it been managing the dead space? I noticed you were great at oohing and awing when you normally do that as your audience. So how has that been kind of filling in where the audience would normally be making the noise and stuff for you?
When I first started this back in July, it was like, oh my gosh, I feel like I'm talking to myself. I hate this. I don't like it. It's so weird not having that applause or the reaction. It's just something I'm not used to. So when you do something that you think is amazing and you hear crickets in the background, it's like, wow, do they like this? So I think, you know, having people actually have their cameras on, you know, I can see right now I have everyone in gallery view. So I can see you, I can see the expressions, I can see that people are enjoying it. Whether I can hear them or not, it's fine. But, you know, I think just the facial expressions alone make it worthwhile, and that sells it to me. But yeah, I totally get it. It is weird, especially as a speaker or performer, not hearing any sort of reaction.
That's a good question. I like that. So we have one from Debbie. How old were you when you started practicing magic? And when did you know that this was going to be your career?
Yeah, so I actually just started playing around with magic a couple weeks ago. And so no, you know, it's funny. I never thought I was going to be a magician. Really, this was something I liked growing up, but it's not that I ever thought it would be a career. In fact, I never thought magic was a career. It wasn't until I was in high school at Wonderland. There was a magician selling magic tricks. And I stumbled upon this little shop in Wonderland. I spent my last dollar. I bought a few tricks from him, and then that led me to a magic store. And then throughout university, I studied communications, but I was doing small magic shows on the side. And then literally, it was like, once I graduated, it was like, now what? So I continued with the magic, and fortunately, it's been an amazing career so far. And I'm so grateful, because I have no idea what I'd be doing today if I didn't stumble across that shop when I was in high school. It really did change my life that day. So,
well, that just shows the impact of tourism. We're happy you stumbled across that shop.
Sure.
Who are your favorite live performance magicians?
Yeah, so I grew up watching David Copperfield. He was a huge inspiration for me. And I also, I mean, nowadays there's phenomenal magicians, and it's becoming more and more popular. I mean, we see magic on like America's Got Talent, Fool Us with Penn and Teller. So to me, magic has been one of those things where it's kind of up and down, you know, in terms of its popularity. But I think now that magic's really more than just pulling a bunny out of a hat and, you know, we're seeing guys like David Blaine, Chris Angel that bring this cool element to magic. I think that really helps the industry and it makes people want to see more. And I think magic over time, it's just evolving more and more and more, and it's becoming so much more powerful. And it really is something, you know, there's a whole industry of people behind guys like me that create magic that you see, whether it be on television or live. So it's, it truly is, it's interesting.
And that leads well into Anne's next question is, do you have a team behind you that help you with your tricks and illusions? And
yeah, for sure. So I work with different designers who, if I come up with some crazy idea, we'll kind of brainstorm ideas on how are we going to make this possible? How can we make this work on stage in front of an audience? And then they'll help me build the illusions. I don't know how to build them myself, but you know, they'll kind of build the illusions for me. Nowadays, technology is also huge in magic. There's a lot of technology that's used, which you would never know coming to a show because it's so invisible, I should say, but it's amazing, you know, as technology evolves, so does magic, so does mentalism. And it really is amazing, you know.
And how many hours typically do you spend practicing a trick before you take it to an audience?
I spend a lot of time, but the truth is, you know, really being able to be comfortable with the trick doesn't happen at home. It doesn't happen during my practice. It actually happens in front of an audience. So this is my practice. When I go do a show, I'll never do more than one new trick in a show because that's kind of like my test run. But the more I do it in front of an audience, then I feel more comfortable and I see all the things that work and don't work. And I think that's what's important, doing it in front of real people, not just practicing with myself, because, you know, that's only going to get you so far. It's the presentation of it.
Awesome. And
Yeah.
Debbie is just, other than her slow coloring skills, which is great, that was the best. She's
very
dying
well
to know.
I gotta say, that was the best coloring I've seen.
She's dying to know, how did you know it was Sidney Poitier?
Well, everyone picks Sydney, of course. Yes.
She thought, I'm going to pick Debbie because we know that's who she wants to go on a blind date with.
Yes.
And Dave McNeil, again, of course, the CEO of FEO wants to thank you for joining us today. And Anne asks another question about, we talked about the dead silence before in the background. Have you ever thought about any sound effects potentially that could be included in your online shows?
Absolutely. I think I'm not the most technical person, but I'm trying to slowly get familiar with different softwares you can use with Zoom. I heard there's something called OBS, and you can do graphics and sound effects and incorporate music in that. So I think this is maybe my next step to improve the virtual show. So it's definitely, yes. I mean, right now I've kind of just tried to focus more on the actual content, the magic. And next will be more of the technical and visual and sound effects. I think that would add a nice element to the shows as well.
Maybe you can get used to making them. No, just
kidding. Yeah, exactly. Sure.
Well, thank you so much. That wraps up our questions for now. But one more question I just want to ask, and maybe Jay can put it in the comments. We know it's behind you, but for our shows, and are you booking up quickly?
Yeah, so absolutely. The best way to reach me and to find out more about me, go to my website, Mega.
Great, and Jay has actually put it in the comments for anyone, so we're one click away. Thank you so much. Honestly, you brightened up my day. I'm smiling on the inside, so thank you, FEO, for putting this together. And there's so much more of this going on at our conference. As much as we all miss seeing each other and chatting and networking, FEO is still managing to bring us together. The only way festival and events bring communities together is just like this. So tomorrow we have 3 panel sessions starting at 9 a.m. Post-pandemic festival and event trends, working with your municipal partners, and the hyper-local experience. And I just have to say, I keep wanting to say mega magic. I want to do the intro for you. My love. So we also, of course, we have to thank our sponsors, Ticket Pro, Smart Serve, Event Hub, Ministry of Heritage, Sport, Tourism and Culture, OLG, and of course, Destination Ontario. And again, honestly, thank you so much, Mike. We really, really needed this. So I encourage everyone to reach out to Mike, see how you can book them. And again, mind blown. Thank you.
Thank you so much, Louise. Thank you, Debbie, and thanks for everyone who helped me out today during the show. It was awesome seeing all of you virtually. So have a good one. Thanks so much,
Thanks,
guys.
Mike.
See you tomorrow,
you.
everyone.
See you tomorrow.
Bye, guys.
Bye.